Hey everybody, welcome to the Mid-Tempo Jam. We're back, all warmed up from the slow jam and ready to do some more picking. So welcome and get yourself tuned up here. We're going to start in the key of G. I'm going to settle down. Good old song there. And I'm going to double check on the live stream, see if everything's working. And we'll get started. So this one is in the key of G, and there we go. It's a 1-4-1-5 progression, one of the sort of signature 1-4-1-5 numbers, I'd say, in bluegrass. And a 1, and a 1, and 4, and a 1. 1 and a 1 and a 5. 1 and a 1 and a 4 and a 1. 1 and a 5 and a 1. Chorus goes to the 4. How long to go back to my darling? Back to the one I love so well. I know she'll be my wife, and we'll settle down for life, for she's the one that means the world to me. So that's how it goes. So this is the format. I'll kind of run you through the song real quick. More like a review, really, than teaching you the song. But the thing about being at a bluegrass jam is you're going to show up, and there's going to be songs you don't know. But in this style, you get really good at identifying the common chord progressions and identifying the melodies, which many of them are really similar, and being able to just jam, even if you don't know the song or haven't played the song before. So that's part of the process here, and part of the reason that I just kind of throw you in, give a brief review, and then we get started. So I'll have a click track going. That's a good tempo for this song. And if I'm going to kick it off, I might go something like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Something like that, something based on the melody. So now it's up to you to kick us off and go ahead and get ready now that you have the melody in your head a little bit and you've heard me play a sample kickoff. And let's play Gonna Settle Down in the key of G. And be sure to sing along on those harmonies, right? Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Tonight I'm all alone, no place to call my home. Don't have no one to love me anymore. I wanna pack up my grip and take a long, long trip back to the one that I love so. How long to go back to my darling, back to the one I love so well. I know she'll be my wife, and we'll settle down for life, for she's the one that means the world to me. Now I'll play it. I can't forget the day I left and went away. You told me I'd be sorry some old day. I found this to be true, so I'm heading back to you. Sweetheart, I'm tired and I wanna settle down. I long to go back to my darling, back to the one I love so well. I know she'll be my wife and we'll settle down for life, for she's the one that means the world to me. Play it. Back to her, my rambling days are old. We'll build a little cottage on the hill. We'll think of days gone by, sweetheart, just you and I, and there we'll live so happy evermore. Oh, I long to go back to my darling, back to the one I love so well. I know she'll be my wife and we'll settle down for life, for she's the one that means the world to me. All right. How's everyone doing out there? Hi, Amy from Richmond. Cool. Thanks for picking along. I'll check back in here in a little bit. Let's just get right on to it. Moving on to some Jim and Jesse territory here, Standing on the Mountain. We did this on the Fast Jam last week, and this we'll do a more mid-tempo version. And this one goes in G, 1 and 1, and 1 and 1, and long 1 chord. 1 and 1, and 1 and 1, and 1, 1, 1, to the 4, 4 and a 1, and a 4 and a 5 and a 1. That's it. And if I'm kicking it off, I might go something like... And this is a duet throughout. I'm going to sing the verses in order, just like the Jim and Jesse recording. And if you know all the verses, well, sing that tenor part. All right. So let's find a good tempo here. Yeah, I gotta go a little quicker than that. Yeah, this is a really fun one to sing duet style. So learn the words if you don't know them, and come back to this video and sing the tenor part. So here we go. Standing on the Mountain, you're going to kick us off in the key of G. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Darling, will you marry me? I asked a maiden fair. Turned my back upon her. When I looked, she wasn't there. She left me standing on the mountain. She left me standing way up there. I've got it. Where the honeybees are buzzing round the flowers there, that is where she left me, somewhere in that mountain air. She left me standing on the mountain. She left me standing way up there. Play. She left me standing way up there. She left me standing way up there. You figured it out. I got my signals crossed. I did that when I meant to do that. I did the foot kick when I meant to do the turnaround. So remember, that means tag, if I'm cueing you properly. And that means end the song like a foot kick. Or you can just look me in the eye and you'll see what's going on. Okay. All right, so moving right along here. Let's get into Blackberry Blossom. This was a request from last week, so I threw it in. I got a couple of requests in there. And hey, let's do it. So this is a fiddle tune, obviously, that many of us know. If you don't know it, this is a great opportunity to learn it. You can just mark the time on this video. We're at about 13 minutes in, and you can come back and learn the tune. But anyhow, I'll just give you a brief run through of the changes, because you kind of got to either know it or you don't. But the changes go 1, 5, 4, 1, 4, 1, 2, 5, 1, 5, 4, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1. That's the A part. B part is a 6 minor. Then we go to the 5 of that, which is a B7. Back to the 6 minor. And then D4, 1, 5, 1 in G. Okay, again, B part. 6 minor to the 5 of the 6, 6 minor, 4, 1, 5, 1. I've never heard of anyone playing this in any key other than G. However, it's fun to try things in different keys, but it's definitely a G fiddle tune and a G guitar tune and everything else. So anyway, I'm going to kick it off and we'll play it 3 times through. So we'll go me, you, and then me and you again 3 times, and then you'll tag us at the end. Okay? Here we go. Let's play Blackberry Blossom in the key of G. I just realized something really ridiculous. I failed to update. Yeah, this is the I'm seeing the comments coming in now. I failed to update the the descriptions and the set list. So give me a moment here. Let me see if I can do this while we're live. Actually, this might be tricky to do. I think I can do it. Okay, so hang on a minute. Yep. Well, you probably gathered by now that this is not the slow jam anymore. Mid tempo. All right. And change it there. Bear with me just a moment. Thanks for sticking around and figuring that out. Here's the set list. Okay. Yeah. Okay. There we go. See if that updates. Yep. All right. Let's see if I can do that same thing over here on the YouTube. Y'all figured out that we were in the mid-tempo jam, right? Okay. You know, there's a lot of moving parts here. Sometimes they get... I just forgot to update the descriptions and the set list. So everyone who's watching this later on is going to say, what are you doing? Wasting my time. Okay, copy that, paste it over. This is not bad for one-handed, right? Okay, now we're all up. There's no confusion. And we'll go back to the page and check on everybody. How is everybody doing out there? See if that updates. Open. All right. Hi, Alan. Hi, Joshua in Plano, Texas. Hi, Lucy. Hi, Colin. U.S. Daylight Savings lets me play along an hour earlier. Oh, you mentioned that last week, and I didn't understand what you were saying. So in the UK, since you didn't have a time change, I take it, so you're playing an hour earlier than usual. That's cool. Hi, Amy from Richmond. All right. A funny thing happened to me the other day. It was a blizzard. I mean, it was a serious blizzard. We got, almost 3 feet of snow over the weekend when the time change happened last weekend. And then a few days later, it was this nice sunny day, and I went out for my walk. I was practicing, and it was like 5:15, and I thought, oh, I better get my walk in before it gets dark, And I went out for my walk, and I'm walking, and I'm coming back. I'm like, the sun is still really high. I'm like, it was the time change. I completely missed the time change. Didn't even realize it. Okay, nowadays the clocks all change for you, the phone and the computer and all that, so I didn't even think of it. All right, so we're back on track, and this was a request. I don't remember who requested this last week, but this is a good old song called Riley and Spencer. And lots of people have recorded this, and lots of different versions of the story. What I believe it is Riley and Spencer were 2 liquor stores in this town, whatever this town is. I think it was in Mississippi where this took place. And during Prohibition times, these liquor stores were burned down by the feds. So Riley and Spencer are burning down. There ain't no liquor in this town. And this is a fun, simple, old-timey number in the key of D. So it's a Riley and Spencer are burning down 5 and a 5 and a 1 and a 5 and a 5 and a 1. That's the whole thing. Okay? And if I'm kicking it off, you're going to go for that major third, but it's going to be a bluesy major. When you hear the fiddle players, they're like, da, 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 they get that scoop in there. So I might go something like, or just do the flat third. Either way, it's kind of an in-between sort of bluesy third there, you know? So I'm going to get in tune. Thanks whoever requested this. Forgive me for not remembering, but it is a good request. I used to do this song quite a bit, and I learned it from Tim O'Brien. I believe Tommy Jarrell did a recording of this, and there's lots of old recordings. Heard a cool version of Riley Bogus and Dirk Powell doing it. Okay, let's find a good tempo. Down. There ain't no liquor in this town. That's about right. So why don't you go ahead and kick us off here on Riley and Spencer, key of D. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Play it again. Breaks twice in a row like that, okay? Riley and Spencer are burning down. There ain't no liquor in this town. No, there ain't no liquor in this town. What you gonna do to wet them lips when the whole darn town runs dry? When the whole darn town runs dry. Riley stomp down the flowers around my grave, but they'll rise and bloom again. Yes, they'll rise and bloom again. Riley and Spencer are burning down. There ain't no liquor in this town. There ain't no liquor in this town. Play it again. Last chorus. Riley and Spencer are burning down. There ain't no liquor in this town. No, there ain't no liquor in this town. All right. Getting old-timey there with a good old-timey song. Stomp down the flowers around my grave, but they'll rise and bloom again. Good old song. A song about, seems like attachment to alcohol more than anything else, but also just a town in chaos because their liquor stores are burning down. All right, moving on, we got an instrumental here, Lonesome Fiddle Blues in the key of D minor. Good old Vassar Clements composition. He credits this to Millie Clements, his wife. A lot of his songs are credited to her. He said that she was his muse. So this one, it's a, you know, it's not a very specific melody. Let's just say that. When you hear Vassar play this, he plays it totally different every time. And that's part of the fun. It's a jam. But anyhow, in the key of D minor, it goes D minor, C, 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 D minor, D minor, C, A7, D minor. Okay, that's the A part. One more time. C, D minor, C, A7, D. B part goes to G, and then a D major. E7, A7, with a little stop there. So it's a D minor with a flat 7. That's basically the A part, and you got a little 5 chord in there. The B part, I'm thinking of this as key of G, kind of going around the horn. Or you think of it as D major, probably. 4, 1, 2, 5. That's probably what it truly is, in the key of D major for a minute, and then you're back to D minor. So that would be my quick 10-cent analysis of it. And let's back this down just a touch. Make sure everybody has a chance to play it. Did everyone find the video, figure out where we are? Hey, that was my request, David. Lonesome Fiddle Blues, that was my request. Hey. All right, Jennifer Hayden, Jeff Austin did it best. Yeah, Jeff sang his heart out for sure. And played his heart out. Okay, so here we go. Lonesome Fiddle Blues, will play it 3 times around. Me, you, me, you, me, you. And then you go ahead and tag it. And we're just going to play it straight. We're not going to do the Newgrass Revival thing. They did this cool thing. They did a thing. But we're just going to play it straight like Vassar. And I'm going to kick us off, okay? 3 times through, Lonesome Fiddle Blues. fun jammer, right? I was going for a couple of those. I kind of fake some of these. Fake a handful of Vassar licks. Those who have studied, my good friend Pat Fiddle, Haas Fiddleman, he has studied Vassar quite a bit, and it's pretty complex, the stuff that Vassar played. Really out there stuff. He had his own language, for sure. Okay, let's check in on the old YouTube channel. How's everybody doing on the tubes tonight? Let's see. Video link there. Now that I've updated that info as well. Hope it doesn't come out as a jumbled mess on the metadata. That looks good. Cool. Hi, Kylan. Cross-pick and break. Jesse does, yeah. Jesse McReynolds knows that cross-picking on the mandolin. Hi, Mike. Cool. Thanks, guys, for playing along on the old YouTube. Okay. So we're moving along here. And Little Willie. Okay, so we debuted this last week on the slow jam, and I figured I'd move it into the mid-tempo jam. We're in the right order, yeah? Yep. Okay. Didn't quite have it memorized yet. There's only 4 verses, but this is a cool old song Stanley Brothers did. I don't know the origin of it. It's probably a traditional or old-timey. Traditional just means somebody wrote it a long time ago and nobody remembers anymore. But everybody, all these songs were written, right? Traditional, public domain. I'm not sure where this comes from, but it's a cool song, and I used to play this with my friends Casey and Chris Henry in a band we had called the Two Stringers, a little old band we had for a while when I lived in Nashville. Hanging around the Henrys was a real education in traditional bluegrass, and I'm definitely grateful for everything that I learned from them. And we used to do this song, Casey would sing it, and it's the same changes as Little Maggie. When I was in my 16th flat 7, and a 1 and a 5 and a 1, and a 1 to the flat 7, and a 1 and a 5 and a 1. So it's same changes as Little Maggie, just a different melody, and it's a lady or a girl, young woman, singing her story about this man, Little Willie, who courted her. I believe this is a cautionary tale about getting involved with a rambling fellow, although it doesn't give much detail. So here we go. If I'm kicking this off, I might go something like... So it starts on the 5 now. Something like that. Listen to the Stanley Brothers version for sure if you really want to learn it. Okay, I'm going to give this a shot. Haven't sung this song very much. But here we go. Good little tempo there. And kick us off here, Little Willie, key of A. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. When I was in my 16th year, Little Willie courted me. Said if I'd run away with him, his dear wife I would be. at me than you. Cool. I always wondered what the heck that meant. Nature, nature, my dear little girl. It's nature for to be. It's like his nature to be a rambling little Willie. Anyway, cool song, cool old-timey vibe, right? Got that modal flair. But yeah, listen to that Ralph Stanley playing the banjo on it, and you'll really get that tune, that song, I should say. All right, I need to. Speaking of tune, I usually don't tune with the capo on, but the old red here has forced me to do so. The intonation on this guitar is not that great, as are many old Martins. And when you get capoed a little, when you get higher up the neck especially, you'll really hear it. I'll have to like bend a little note in tune every now and then, and that little bit out of tune, that intonation thing. When I bought this guitar, Chris Henry told me, he said, "You're going to learn to love that." How about the old Martin? I love everything about this guitar but that, I should say. Okay, She's Gone, 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 a song by Lefty Frizzell, and done by J.D. Crowe and the New South, a cool version that they did with Keith Whitley on the Live in Japan album, which I would suggest you all listen to. J.D. Crowe and the New South, Live in Japan. I'm not sure where you find it these days, but it's got Keith Whitley just singing really, really good. And all the trios, of course, are amazing. Keith Whitley and Jimmy Gaudreau singing tenor, and J.D. Crowe singing baritone. Straight up 1-4-5. 1 and a 1 and a 4 and a 5 and a 5 and a 1. 1 and a 1 and a 4 and a 5 and a 5 and a 1. And I kind of do the kickoff. There's a cool guitar lick on the original version, the Lefty Frizzell version, that goes. But hey, just do your thing. Do whatever you would like to kick off this song. And we got to start upping the ante a little bit here, get ourselves warmed up. Gone, gone, gone. Get ourselves warmed up for the fast jam. So here we go. She's Gone, Gone, Gone. Kick us off in the key of A. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. She said if I ever deceived her, she'd be gone before I could count 10. I guess that I didn't believe her, 'cause just look at the trouble I'm in. Now she's gone, 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 gone. Crying won't bring her back. The more that I cry, the faster that train flies farther She swore that she'd leave and she left me before my first tear hit the ground. Now she's gone, 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 gone. Crying won't bring her back. The more that I cry, the faster that train flies farther on down the track. Play. If I only knew where to find her, I would crawl there on my hands and knees. Each tick of the clock's a reminder she's 1 second farther from me. Now she's gone, 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 gone. Crying won't bring her back. The more that I cry, the faster that train flies farther on down the track. Me than you. Play. Now she's gone, 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 gone. Crying won't bring her back. The more that I cry, the faster that train flies farther on down the track. All right. Gone, gone, gone. Good old song. How's everyone doing? We got a couple more songs out there. Live in Japan on iTunes. Cool. Good to know. Or Apple Music, right, as it's called these days. I'm Matthew Coleman. I'm NorCal playing the banjo. Hi, Kathy up in BC. David in New Mexico. Cool. Thanks, everybody, for picking along. How's it going on the YouTube? Michael Snyder, this sounds so good. Great song. Flat 7th isn't so out there, but it is enough to sound unique. Yeah. Yep. It's not quite so out there. It's but the language is, I don't know where, I'm not sure what you were talking about, if you were talking about Lonesome Fiddle Blues or Little Willie. But yeah, the flat 7 is common, very common in bluegrass and old time music for sure. And in rock and roll, right? We've all done our share of hippie classic rock jamming on the old 1 flat 7 Mixolydian jams, right? Okay, moving on. Teardrops in My Eyes in the key of B. Good old song by Red Allen. I've been working in some Red Allen songs since I'm playing a guitar here that used to belong to Red Allen. And as I told the story last week, when I purchased the guitar, I took it to Groon. I didn't buy it at Groon. I bought it from a private seller, and I took it to Groon for an appraisal because I needed to insure it. And he gave me the appraisal, and there's several repaired cracks in the top, and this and that, and I wanted a favorable appraisal. And I said, well, it belonged to Red Allen. He says, that doesn't mean anything. Red Allen was a wheeler dealer. He had lots of guitars. And sure enough, every photo I've seen of Red Allen, he's got a different guitar, and I haven't identified this one. I think he might have had this one later in his life, and I know that Harley, his son Harley, played this guitar quite a bit. And I'm a big fan of Harley Allen as well. So either way, I love this guitar, and it's played a lot of non-bluegrass music. It's played a lot of music that I don't know if those guys would approve of. But hey, it's living a long life here, and I'm doing some Red Allen songs when I can. So Teardrops in My Eyes in B. 1 and 1 and a 4 and a 5 and a 5 and a 1. 5 and 5 and a 1. Chorus goes to the 5. They found out what they say is true. And 2, dominant 2. It would be blue to the 5. And then you know, dear, why I'd try with these teardrops in my eyes. Okay? And if I'm kicking it off, I might go. Okay. Hi, Becky, picking along in Idaho. All right. Thanks for jamming. So this is a good old Red Allen song, Teardrops in My Eyes. He originally recorded this with the Osborne Brothers when he was a member of that group back in the 50s, I think, or early 60s, a long time ago. So go ahead and kick us off here. Teardrops in My Eyes, key of B. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Those heartaches now are on their way. What makes you want to be this way? You cheated on me and you lied. You put teardrops in my eyes. I found out what they say is true. I hope someday that you'll be blue. And then you'll know, dear, why I try in my eyes. I got it. I've heard the rumors over town that someday you'd let me down. I turn my head as gossip flies, 'cause it puts teardrops in my eyes. I found out what they say is true. I hope someday that you'll be blue. And then you'll know, dear, why I try with these teardrops in my eyes. Play. Cheat on this last verse. Forgot to turn the page. Here we go. I never thought you'd let me down, but now at last I understand. You wrecked our life and broke our vows. You'll have to pay for it somehow. I found out what they say is true. I hope someday that you'll be blue. right, we did it. Cool. Last song of the set here before we take a short pause and get ready for the old fast tempo jam is going to be Streamlined Cannonball. And we'll up the tempo a little bit here. This is a good old rollicking railroad number. And it goes like this in E. And I'm going to stay capo 4, play C position, key of E. It goes 1 and a 1 and a 1 and a 1 and a 4. Back to 1. 1 and a 4 and a 1 and a 6 minor 1 and 5 and 1. Okay, and a kickoff, I do the sort of Doc Watson kickoff, which goes. Something like that. So why don't you go ahead and jump on board the Streamlined Cannonball here and kick us off in the key of E. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It's a long steel rail and a short cross tie. I'm on my way back home. That train I ride is the queen of them all. That streamlined cannonball. She moves along like a cannonball, like a star in its heavenly flight. That lonesome sound of the whistle you love as she travels on through the night. I got it. I can see the smile on the engineer's face, and though he's old and gray, a contented heart, he waits for his call on that streamlined cannonball. She moves along like a cannonball, like a star in its heavenly flight. That lonesome sound of the whistle you love as she travels on through the night. Play it. That headlight gleams into the night, and the firebox flash you can see. I'll ride them blinds, it's the life that I love. It's a home sweet home to me. She moves along like a cannonball, like a star in its heavenly flight. That lonesome sound of the whistle you love as she travels on through the night. Me and you. star in its heavenly flight. A lonesome sound of the whistle you love as she travels on through the night. As she travels on through the night. As she travels on through the night. On the Doc Watson version, it fades with him playing that little lick. Fun, love that song. Okay, well, thanks for joining me. Appreciate the contributions as always, and hope you all stay safe out there, happy and healthy. Keep on working on your music and gearing up for spring and summer. All right. And we'll be back for the Fast Jam at 1/4 the hour, so come on back and join us. Keep on pushing your tempos. Okay, see you next time.